Okay, so this is my video for the challenge yourself questions at the end of chapter 9. So for the first one, I think in order to prepare myself for the meeting, I would firstly weigh the situation, try to think of that, oh my goodness, I can't speak. Think of it from both perspectives, which is what I kind of tend to do with any kind of problem, whether it be with my friends or school, whatever. And kind of try to understand where certain decisions were made, so I can kind of get in people's heads about something, and kind of understand why they think a certain way, put myself in somebody else's shoes type of thing. And then I would also make sure to bring materials with me, so I'm actually prepared for the meeting / conversation. And then also try to make sure to get all sides of the problem from people, whether it involves colleagues or patients or whatever it is, just so I could be thoroughly informed about everything. What else? I had one other thing I was gonna say. I would also probably read up on ethical principles and everything, just so I know that I know what I'm talking about in said meeting, and probably just bring a cheat sheet, maybe, with said principles with me, so I have all of the information, all of the opinions, and I would also have as many people that the situation that it relates to, in an appropriate way, kind of add to the conversation and try to get everybody else's opinions during it. For the second one, I think negative implications that other ethical principles can have. Let me get back to that page. Where was it? Okay, so I think for the first one, for the autonomy, I feel like this can just, especially with children, if a kid's 16 or something and their parents are making all the decisions for them and not including them, I feel like, most kids, once they get to be 13 or so, depending on the kid and the situation, then their opinion should be listened to, and even though they're not 18, their parents should kind of give them more control in that situation, not total. So I feel like that could potentially cause some issues, and then also parents having the right to know everything about their kids when it comes to healthcare before they turn 18. There are some sensitive topics that I feel, I feel like this would be just a conflict in general. Parents maybe shouldn't always have access to, but also they're their kid and they're not 18 yet, so I don't know. I feel like that could cause an issue and people could go on either side of that argument. Honesty and justice. I feel like justice would be, it says down at the bottom, refers to the clinician's fairness in using limited healthcare resources. I feel like maybe if a location doesn't have something that they need to treat as many patients that need something, I don't even know the right words to put that into, then that kind of, and giving priority to patients that need things more urgently, but sometimes there are people that need it just a little bit more than other people, whatever. And then the honesty thing, I feel like this made me think of kind of informing a spouse about something, because in most cases that's gonna be their first form of contact, and sometimes there are things that people don't want their spouses knowing as well, so I feel like that could cause some issues. Okay, third one, I think that the second and third one are the ones that have ethical conflicts, because when I was reading them, they both kind of made me go meh, they're not technically wrong, but something is being hidden, and obviously how they're written kind of explain the way you're doing is wrong. but also you know that you could possibly probably get away with it, so why wouldn't you do it? And that's kind of like, in very plain words, the description of like an ethical conflict. So I feel like it's the second and third one. And then okay, the fourth one, clinicians ethical. Okay, I feel like for this one, the different perspectives, I feel like healthcare managers, they kind of, you know, like have to like group people together. So I feel like some people on like the lower side would like potentially like a more sensitive or urgent situation can be like grouped in and then kind of like averaged, so it wouldn't seem like they would need as much from the healthcare system in like that sense when they're like grouping people together. But the clinicians have, you know, it's individualized. So I feel as if clinicians would, you know, they would go into a circumstance thinking about certain patients, but healthcare managers would more so think of it as like a statistic, and like data gathered from a group of people and like what exactly they would need and everything. And some people would get the short end of the stick in that situation, and some people would get more, and that's just what would happen in that situation, I suppose. To, you know, just do the best for the population that you're given, instead of like do the best for the population given based on rates and statistics rather than individual problems.